In your patience possess ye your souls. Now, brothers, I know that really came to brothers' mind. J.O. did talk.
Hey, but look, this devil, he losing patience.
Right.
Biden said patience is where it is. See? A couple more verses. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
Hey, ain't a trumpet being blown? A trumpet is being blown representing the preaching of the gospel. And this gospel shall be preached in all the world.
For a witness unto all nations.
For a witness unto all nations. Now, can you go into the blue letter and get that word witness?
And then the end shall come.
And then the end of this age will come. That's it. Now, did you have something for him? Let me get that up. Did you find that scripture?
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 1:13.
Yep. Bring it out.
This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 12. It says, now this I say, that every one of you says, I Paul am, and I Apollo, and I Cyprus.
Yeah, so they say I'm a Paul. I'm a Apollo though. I'm a Cephas, which is a Peter. So, but you can't be saying all those things because you got certain people that believe from these other groups come to the apostles, you know, thinking the apostles, but the apostles like, man, hey man, praise to Yahweh Shemashah, we just bringing out the truth. Why would we lie to you? When I like these fucking other clowns taking a fucking bag, man. Like having your life on the line, it means something. I don't want to die in this. I don't want to go out like that. So why the fuck lie, man? So go ahead.
Verse 13, it says, is Hamashiach divided?
Is he divided now? Because we all speak one thing. You got the GTA, you got the Men of Valor brothers, you got the brother of Before Ahmad, and them brothers, man. Then you got us brothers, you got different camps, you got the apostles, elders, and the elders camp. We all speaking the same thing. We ain't over one another like, no, we better than the apostles, yeah, we know. No, we all speaking the same exact thing. We're not divided amongst each other. But then, yeah, you got unity camps, and they divided. So they ain't speaking the same thing.
Verse 13, it says, is Hamashiach divided? Was Paul crucified for you?
There you go. That's what the apostles say. We can't save you. And then we saying the same thing. We can't save you, brothers, man. Only Yahweh Shai can do that. That's right. And the ones commissioned by the Heavenly Father predestinated to be saved. That's it. We just only speaking unto you, hoping that we ourselves might be saved. It's our prayer for Israel.
It says, or were we baptized in the name of Paul?
So were you baptized in the name of Paul? That's what he's saying during his time. So were you baptized in the name of Apostle Tahar or my name and some shit, right? They always ask our name and shit. It don't matter, man. The name you need to know is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And you got niggas in other camps little on that. But you get on Nate. Like he fucking somebody, man. Fuck his name, man. It's about Yahweh Shai. That's right. They fuck our name. It's about Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
That was it.
This is that word for witness, and it's Martis.
Martis, so goes into martyr, right? Which is a witness, right?
And it means witness in a legal sense.
In a legal sense. So we're federal prosecutors right here. We in the court. We got all the documents. We got the witnesses out here. We are the witness. And they want to kill the witness, right? We gotta go 16 blocks like my man Most Definitely.
In historical sense, one who is a spectator of anything. In the ethical sense, those who after his example have proved the strength and genuineness of their faith in Hamashiach by undergoing a violent death.
So undergoing a violent death. But we already been put to death in the spirit. And it was violent. It took a lot. A lot of brothers lost a lot of things. But if we gotta go out by beheaded, hey, so be it, man. Whatever. We ain't got no life here.
And let me tell you, Salaki, being put to death like we have in the spirit is painful. All right, because you lose, certain things. You dead to this world. All right, and that goes into
chapter 3, starting in verse 2. And it reads, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
That's right. Because the things on the earth gonna have you just through. You got a Maxine for what though? For some weak ass music, man. But we are denying it so that we may truly live more abundantly though, through the Lord. Lord is like, this ain't living right here. In the world you shall have tribulation, but in me you shall have peace. These people think they got peace, but there is no peace, man. Saying my power to the wicked. Go ahead.
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the Mashiach in the Most High.
So we're dead. Yeah, we on there, we on the cross like, hey, fuck you Romans, like we still up there. Like, what's up?
When Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear,
And he is our life, shall appear. Go ahead.
then shall he also appear with him in glory.
Then shall we also appear with him in glory.
Right.
Go ahead. That was it. All right. Yeah, I'll tell you that Jeremiah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, starting in verse 20. And it reads, yet hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Hear the word of the Lord, yet hear it. Go ahead.
O ye women,
Oh, ye women. Right? Now you sisters in the truth, you hear it too. And ye women in the world, you hear it also. Because you're going to see a lot of this here come in the future. Go ahead.
and let your ear receive the word of his mouth,
Let your ear receive the words of the Lord's mouth. Go ahead.
and teach your daughters wailing,
Wait, teach your daughters to cry and shit. The girl crying, you tell her to shut up. No, let her keep crying. Because there's going to come a time with great crying and people won't be dead. My grandma did. Oh, like that show that your girl put on there when all the men went out and the women was bugging out because everybody was through, man. Prepare for that time, man. There's a lot of people going to drop out here. You're going to have a baby in the corner crying. The mom is dead. A little child walking in the street, don't know where they're going, just drifting, crying. Yeah, that's what's coming.
There was a report on that I think last week. A Judite woman had OD'd and her baby had survived a couple of days by eating its own ass before they finally found it. Yeah. She had like an infant baby. And she couldn't eat it, so it survived by eating its own ass until they finally found it.
Ooh, see? That's something that women cry about. Hey, remember that woman that was on the TikTok? She was like, this is such evil. The children. And she's like, God, send your son, Abba. And she's like, pray with me. Just was crying. See, she was in the right spirit. That's what spirit you women supposed to be in, man.
And the Lord, the Most High, about to judge a lot of children and put them to death. And it's a reason he had them come back. And this time it's children. Because guess what? I always talk about the pain receptors. Children have a higher level of pain receptors than adults. All right? So that's all the Lord's doing.
Man. And then a lot of women gonna die too. So that's why I said prepare for crying. You're gonna lose your mama or your best friend or that hoe over there that you knew. They all gonna die if they don't know how about you gonna shine. I wasn't even trying to rhyme that.
That's real, man. Be prepared to hear a lot of sounds that you haven't heard, man. No horror movie can explain the sound of somebody in actual torment, man. It's gonna be a horror movie out here, man. For
That's
real.
right.
He says a time like never before.
That's right.
Have you ever heard a grown man scream in fear? I'm not talking about no scary movie shit, man. I mean real life.
Right.
We gotta be prepared to hear shit like that,
That's
man.
right.
It's gonna be unsettling, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be wrenching, like it's gonna be gut wrenching, and then your ears.
Hey, I like that you mentioned a grown man screaming in fear because the scriptures say that. The scriptures say the mighty men are going to be afraid. In 2nd Ezra 15 it say men shall be afraid.
Yep.
That's the time.
That's the time.
I see a video of the earthquake happening and people was in buildings and like the earthquake happened, it shook one good time and everybody in the building just got on them, man. They look like little roaches. But you know they was in fucking terrible fear, man. For that moment, their whole world it changed just for that split second. They like, oh shit, like I'm not in control, like
That's
right.
When people fear comes, you see their true nature. Like this earthquake that just hit. There's videos on the internet where fathers were jumping over their kids to get away, leaving the kids. When true fear comes, your true personality's gonna come out.
Right.
Hey, you remember that missile scare in Hawaii? They got that text and motherfuckers was throwing their kids inside the sewer and
Throwing them in the gutters and stuff. Yeah. We're about to see some shit out here, man.
It says, and teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation.
So teach your daughters wailing and your neighbor, like the women that you know next door, and she's a good friend. You better teach her lamentation too, man. Because they gonna lose it all. They gonna lose a lot of people. Those that are not of Yahweh Yahushai will die.
Right.
But you notice, you see who it said to teach? It didn't say to teach the men. All you out here, the women that think you got the truth, that think you can come up on a level. Y'all gotta get in order too, man.
That's right. That's right.
But death.
And for you women that are with the men of the Lord, you being a goddamn demon. Hey, let's go to Ezekiel. And Ezekiel loved his wife, but with the Lord, he killed her and told him not to even bury nor cry for her. Go and prophesy.
Hey, because you women are in the truth. If you got a husband, a man who does the work, you in the truth, whether you like it or not. We didn't get to choose. You don't get to choose, man. But we at the end now, so you better get in line. You know, you ain't gonna get beamed up calling on Jesus, bitch.
Hey, you know what's funny? Hey, we in the same stand as the Yahushua with you women, man. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. That you ain't nothing without me. So we ain't nothing without Yahushua.
Right.
Like, we can't run and we go somewhere else.
Right.
We gotta just stick it out, man.
But death is coming into our windows.
Hey, that's what happened with the baby, with the fucking bullets, 150 rounds, killed that baby. This is the scripture. Damn. Expect more of that. Go ahead. And the baby eating his damn arm and shit. Damn.
And it's entered into our palaces to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets.
Woo! So they gonna truly cut off the children from within and the men from the streets when the armies come in. Cause how they gonna remove your children? By the school buses. And they gonna be driven by who? The National Guard. But yeah, you went and got your children a goddamn school uniform. Your ass is gonna send them away one day with the goddamn Spider-Man lunch pail, and you ain't gonna see his ass no more. They show you that on the 5th wave, where they divided the parents from the children and blasted the fucking parents. Right. Your children.
Hey, even in
That's part of
that.
the fear of the Lord, man.
No, it's all good.
That's part of the fear of the Lord, man, because the scriptures say, I believe it's in the Apocrypha, that your children shall not see hell. That's why if you got this word, you better come out here and teach. Because the Most High knows exactly how to get you, man. He can get you through your children or through your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, say what you was gonna say.
I'll say, even in the animal kingdom, the young is the first ones to get, ate and killed.
Yes, that's who the predators go for. They go for the weak, the sick, or the baby.
That's who Esau going for, because that's who he going, in his diabolical ass mind, he going to establish his future through the kids.
Right.
So he want to attack the kids. A lot of these kids are going to be the main ones getting chipped up, man. You know?
Why you think Esau put a fucking 20-hour SpongeBob marathon on Cartoon Network? So he could program them
Right.
for his new world order.
Right.
Hey, for a minute, if you was to type baby video on YouTube, Lil Nas X video pop up, man. It'd be the 3rd video, you know? So that shows you where his mind at, man. He wants your kids, you know? And he coming after your kids next.
Hey, they showed you in that movie The Matrix too, when they hook them up to the tubes. They started off with babies.
And the craziest part of it all is these fucking dummies, they don't mind. They're gonna offer their kid as a burnt offering to this nigga.
To Molech.
Yeah.
That's what it is.